I started to develop mental health issues, including depression, from as young as 11 years old. And this was because I had a lot of problems with family. I didn't grow up with my dad being around, and this caused me to be angry inside. And also when I was around the ages of 6, it was when I was first sexually abused. And this is what started to create a void inside of me, like an emptiness, like a sadness that was really something that I didn't know how to deal with. I didn't really understand at that young age. That's when I started to kind of search for other things. So in school, I was the bubbly person. I was the person that would be like the one to make jokes, to like be the first one to do everything. From as young as 13, I was already getting involved in drinking, smoking weed, thinking that it would fill this emptiness, but it didn't. I even went on to have sexual relationships from as young as 13 because I was searching for a way out. And it really created such a void that every single day, without fail, I'd go home, cry myself to sleep, not knowing really the reason why, but because I was so sad inside, that was the only way I knew how to deal with the depression. One of my worst moments with depression was when I was at the age of around 11, so when it kind of first began, and I would have suicidal thoughts consistently. And there was a time when a thought just came to my mind, just go. Like there was a busy road and I said, okay, I'm gonna go. But for some reason, of course, nothing happened and I didn't die. Even though I was so young, people would recommend me to go to therapists, to speak to someone, but I would never do it because for me, it was just like, it was embarrassing. And of course, I wanted to keep up this perception that everything was okay. How I found out about the Universal Church was through a friend that, through another friend of a friend. So like a mutual friend had invited me, and that's how I came. I came to a Sunday morning service, if I'm not wrong. I understood that this was somewhere that I needed to be in that moment in time, because I understood that I was suffering in that moment in time. So it was somewhere for me that I knew, okay, this is where you need to be. As I kept on coming, and I didn't just come to the Sunday mornings, but I came to the Wednesdays, the Fridays, and the Sundays. So for me, Friday service was when I would come, like specifically to fight against this, because I understood that it wasn't a physical thing, but a spiritual problem that I was going through. With time, I could see, not just by what someone would say to me, but by me actually using my faith as I was taught in the services, I saw that gradually I was starting to be happier, but it wasn't something that I forced. It wasn't like before where I tried to mask how I felt, but it was genuine, like I was actually happy. I understood for myself that when I received the Holy Spirit, it will fill literally everything that's inside of me that was making me to feel this void. So it helped me to overcome everything. So even like on the outside, things that, okay, weren't internal, but getting along with family, having like a happier and better relationship with my family. It helped me with all these different areas, not just the depression that I was going through. So it was able to transform not just what was inside, but as a result of me being happy inside and receiving the Holy Spirit, it manifested itself on the outside and other areas of my life. When I received the Holy Spirit, it wasn't a feeling, but more of an assurance that I was with God and God was with me also. So for me, before, I was the sort of person that I didn't believe in myself because of the depression that I went through. I didn't believe in myself because of the kind of young person that I was growing up. But the Holy Spirit gave me the strength to overcome, because it doesn't mean like now that I have the Holy Spirit that I wasn't going to go through problems. I went through problems, but because of the Holy Spirit, I was able to overcome. So today I'm at peace, I'm much happier. The void that I used to feel, that I used to try and use to fill with drinking, smoking, all these other things, the Holy Spirit filled that gap. That feeling that I used to feel, I no longer feel, because I'm actually happy. It's been 3 years being free from depression, but 3 years where I'm actually happy. 3 years that I can actually say I have a purpose. Through the Holy Spirit, I was able to overcome the battles that I go through daily. I'm free. I'm no longer depressed. I'm no longer suicidal. And I actually have a genuine peace, regardless of the problems that I go through.